And now, here is a classic Ollie Report.
Station!
Smells Like 90s Rock presents the Ollie Report, a segment dedicated to extremely professional and hard-hitting journalism. Reports on headlines straight off the news ticker through the eyes of Ollie. And now, the Ollie Report.
Hello and welcome to the Ollie Report. I'm Hot Toddy. It is now time once again for our good friend Ollie to bring us the news and see what's happening in the world. Now, before we get started, we need to back up and talk about what happened last week. If you didn't tune into last week's report, Ollie was covering the story about the new Beetlejuice movie coming out, and at the time he didn't know where he was, but he figured out he was on Tim Burton's property, and once Tim Burton found out, well, it went a little something like this.
Hashtag butt cheeks!
Ollie, are you getting fired at?
Holy biscuits!
You're at Tim Burton's house, and he's shooting at you. You're on his property. You're not supposed to be. Get out of there, Ollie. Ollie?
Cheap babysitting.
Wait a minute, Tim Burton?
Me as Houdini escaping from a train track, swimming pool, Mexican horror films.
And there you go, Ollie being chased down by Tim Burton, and even Tim Burton himself proving that he's pretty much just as nuts as Ollie is. But that's okay, because the good news is Ollie is fine. He got away from Burton. Burton went back and, I don't know, probably watched some Mexican horror films or whatever he said, in the thing. And Ollie is back with us with another great report. Now, for some reason, Ollie had no idea that there was something very big going on in the world right now. I'm talking about the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. Had no idea. And he found out that they had the closing ceremonies on Sunday, so he decided this would be the best time to cover the Olympics. I've told him for 3 weeks that he needs to be covering the Olympics. He never did, because, he chooses his own stories. Plus, he forgets everything, so he acts like he doesn't even know. And so now here we are, covering the Olympics after they're over. But that's okay. Better late than never. So now, here live from Sochi is our very own Ollie. Ollie, what's going on?
I'm cold!
Well, yeah, you're in Sochi, and they just had the Winter Olympics there. What do you think? Of course it's going to be colder there.
Hashtag snow!
Well, it's not really been that cold. I mean, it did snow a little bit, but it's mostly... Never mind, Ollie. Listen, the Olympics are over, and they ended on Sunday, but you decided to cover them now. I'm not even really sure if I can ask you any questions here, because I'm sure all the athletes have gone back to their countries, but I'll go ahead and pop the question here. Have you spoken with any of the gold medalists, especially those from the USA?
I see mountains, a stadium, and a lot of fire!
I didn't ask you where you were or what you were even looking at, and the fire's gone. They put out the flame, but that's not the point. Ollie, God, we're not even... Oh, my Lord. Okay, listen. Have you spoke with the Olympic Committee? Because, the Summer Olympics are just around the corner, not to mention the fact that the Winter Olympics are just 4 years away in Korea. Have you spoken with any of the heads of the Olympic Committee to find out how they feel about that and what they look forward to in the next Olympics?
Turtle biscuits!
All right. Did you catch the closing ceremonies at all on Sunday? Did you see any of that going on?
Hashtag creepy bear!
I agree with you on that one. That is what was one creepy bear they had, but that was their mascot, and it was kind of moving what they did, don't you think?
Cats and dogs don't have butt cheeks!
Ollie, I know. Oh, don't go there. Listen, you're probably the last reporter there at this point, covering the Olympics. I mean, did you find out anything? I mean, did you talk by any chance with Vladimir Putin to get his reaction on the Olympics overall?
I'm outside, my car won't start, I don't know what to do. Station biscuits!
Did I ask anything about your car? I don't remember saying anything about your damn car. Would you please just tell us anything about the Olympics? Remember, 3 weeks ago I told you, hey Ollie, the Olympics are starting soon and they're going to be in Sochi, and since we have all this money to send you around, maybe we can get you there and you can cover it for us while you're there, and that could be your first few reports is on the Olympics. And what did you say?
Hamsters, owl, calendars, speakers, station biscuits, nipples!
Exactly. And now look at you. You're there, nobody's around, the Olympics are over, things are moving on, there are other big stories out there, and you're not covering them because you're still in Sochi. You don't need to be there, there's nothing going on. Would you just, for the love of God, find a story that you can cover that is relevant at the time that your report airs?
I will keep that in mind. And by the way, I did speak with some of the medalists, and they said they were very pleased with the outcome of the Olympics, and they look forward to 2018 in Korea.
Somehow he surprises me in the end every time. Thank you for that report, Ollie. Anything else to add?
Hashtag McTiddles!
All right. Oh, thank you, Ollie. That's going to do it for the Ollie Report this week. Tune in next time for another headline ripped from the Ollie News Ticker. Until then, have a good day and an Ollie-ful week.